I want to congratulate you for finishing your first work folder in Brightspace, and that means that you've successfully registered for the Cengage platform, and you're able now to access that ebook evergreen, and that you are doing the MindTap assignments in Cengage. Now those are graded by Cengage, but I can see the points there. I can see how the class is doing percentage-wise in terms of performance, and I can see how many students have submitted work on those assignments in MindTap. So remember that this class has two places you need to go to really do the work. One is Brightspace, which is sort of the hub room, if you will, the home room, the main space to go and see how the schedule is happening in terms of the work folders and when they are due, and also to get directions and instructions for exactly what to do, in Cengage. So what I want to caution you about is to not move ahead recklessly or work too far ahead, because some of the activities in MindTap for Evergreen I am not going to assign. So I can see already some students have gone quite a bit ahead and have done some of the work that I'm just not assigning. So it's much better if you start a Brightspace every time you come to work on the class and take a look at the list of instructions of what you need to do for that work folder. And just remember that everything in that work folder, there are going to be 8 of them, but everything is due at the due date that is listed on the title of the work folder, which you can see clearly in Brightspace. And then, print that out or write it down or take a photo of that instruction list, and then go to Cengage, go to MindTap, and get the reading done and get the MindTap assignments done. Now, our book Evergreen, I've got a window open, and I think they're paving the street out there, and there's going to be some ambient noise. But as you actually read the chapters in Evergreen, you'll see that the book is designed to be a handheld book, a standalone book. But it's also obviously designed to be an electronic book if the instructor chooses to use it that way. So as you read the actual chapters in Evergreen, you're going to see writing suggestions or practices that are listed in the chapters, like in the pages themselves. Now, you don't get to see pages, but you see the screens and Don't do any of those, all right? Your job is just to read the chapter, and then to do the MindTap assignments that I have left visible on that platform in Cengage. So I can open up everything, and I can hide activities I don't want you to do, and everything that I leave open in terms of a MindTap activity I want you to do. You'll also see these listed in the instructions. Excuse me, that you can get in Work Folders 1, Work Folders 2, Work Folders 3 in Brightspace. All right, so at the beginning here, there's a lot of just basic navigation, just learning how to navigate, learning how to get to that spot, learning how to correctly do it, right? And I understand that, there's going to have to be a lot of fairness at play here in terms of just flexibility. And so I'm not counting off for late work here, and I want you to go ahead and get to the point where you feel like you know what you're doing in order to move forward successfully with the rest of the class. Excuse me. So the first work folder 1, work folder 2. It's going to have its own learning curve for you in terms of just managing and navigating the devices and the material. And so if you don't finish work folder 1 for the due date that's listed, don't worry about it. Keep working at it. Work steadily at it, and get it done when you get it done, and then quickly go to work folder 2 and try to get work folder 2 done by its due date. That would be great if you were caught up. I think we definitely need to be caught up by the due date of work folder 3, and then you can just stay on track. I wouldn't really recommend working ahead, because again, you might do something that I'm going to actually hide. But And the way that I've developed the work folders, the workload is balanced throughout the whole semester. Okay. So now another thing is I appreciate the fact that some of you have texted me and or emailed me, and I've been able to help you that way, or to engage in something that eventually worked. And so thank you for being proactive there in your communications with me. Now, as far as work folder 2, okay, you need to do chapters 1 through 7 in Evergreen, and then you need to do all the MindTap activities that are available to you. Remember, I've hidden the ones I don't want you to do, so if you can see it, do it, concerning chapters 1 through 7. Now, when you get to Evergreen, I think it presents it to you, itself to you, just as units, but find and expand all button, and just go ahead and click that, and then you can see that chapters 1 and 2 are maybe in unit 1, and 3 and 4, chapters 3 and 4 are in unit 2. Don't really worry about the unit designations in Evergreen. Okay, just go ahead and work through those chapters. And your job for this next work folder 2, is to work through chapters 1 through 7. Okay. Now, once you get that done in MindTap and the Evergreen ebook, the reading material in Evergreen, and the activities in MindTap, then I need you to come back over to Brightspace, because there are going to be some things in work folder 2 that you need to do that aren't in Cengage. So I'll need you to take an affirmation quiz in Brightspace that says, I have done all the work in MindTap, and I'll give you maybe 10 points for that. Okay? And I want you to be honest with me here. Okay? Here's your chance to practice integrity. If you didn't do all of that, then say no. I'd much rather you lose 10 points and learn and consistently ingrain the lifelong habit of being honest, because it's just the right thing to do. I'm not talking about being honest as in terms of a policy. I'm just be honest in terms of an absolute. Just tell me the truth. And if you didn't do it all, then just make sure that you do it all so that you can get all those 10 points. But there's going to be an affirmation quiz. It won't have any other questions to it. It's just going to ask you, did you do all the work in MindTap for this work folder? All the assigned work. And you need to be able to say yes. And that's going to be 10 points. And then I'm going to have a writing assignment in Brightspace, not in MindTap. In MindTap, you're just taking quizzes and stuff like that. But the writing, I'll actually have you submit it in Brightspace. And you'll need to write a 5-paragraph essay, and it will be described for you there, and I'll probably have another video describing that. But you'll need to do that in Brightspace after you finish the MindTap material. Okay, so full speed ahead. I think all things taken into consideration, the vast majority of you are just really doing great, and I think all of you can succeed in the class. Again, it's just it's all the craziness of the beginning of a semester. You're going to high school and you're taking a class with the University of Akron, then it happens to be online, and then you got this account and that account. Yes, it could be frustrating and stressful. So thank you for journeying this far into it. Okay, don't give up. Keep at it. All right. And I'm here to help you have a great experience here, a profitable experience, and to pass the class and move on to the next course. So, all right, get to it.